Gondor besieges Dwathe, stronghold of the Easterlings in today's Dawnless Days siege battle. And oh my, is this a close one, I've been told. And I'm really looking forward to this one, as already the Eastlings are going in and they're trying to delay the Gondorian assault here, as we have some Variag Lancers here taking on some Ringlo Vale men-at-arms here, trying to get them off the wall, off their siege towers, and stop them attacking the walls so quickly. Another attack here, this time onto some Gondor Sword Militia. This will be easy pickings here for the Variag Lancers as they go in, and oh my, that was not a bad charge, that is for sure there. Take them out, boys, kill them. Make it, make the grass run red with Gondorian blood, that is for sure. And yeah, I mean, they got, yeah, it's still like, well, there's some Gondor sword infantry there, but a lot of militia coming up and men-at-arms. It looks like men-at-arms again are going to be the target of this charge. And yeah, these Variag Lancers having a lot of joy here. In they go. Is there any Gondor cavalry in any of these armies that can support them? Got a lot of shock infantry over here and more swords. Yeah, there actually isn't any Gondor cavalry. My gosh, Gondor has made a huge mistake there in doing that. So this Variag Lancer here is going to be able to bounce left, right, and center. They're going to need to fire, like, start shooting this Variag Lancer down. That's the only way they're going to be able to stop it. And it's going to be pretty brutal because, yeah, this cavalry is going to keep charging units until it eventually dies. This is an even worse idea, just to charge head on into it. You'd be better just standing on the tower and just absorbing the charge, or trying to. Yeah, but that is unfortunate there for the Gondor's soldiers, and it looks like he's going to move on to the next army. I just say with this one, keep picking off the units as they try and get onto the back onto their towers. But yes, Dwathe here, a map we've not seen in a long time. I feel like since the I don't know, it's been ages since I've seen a battle on this map, and it is a pretty brutal one, because you have this lower city and then you have the upper city, which has got a second tier of walls, and these gates are a pain to try and break through. So we will see how they do in this one. This was sent in by a member of my Discord. They said it was a really close one, a really fun one, and yeah, plenty of Eastlings here. We have 3 armies of Eastlings, 3 armies of Gondor. So it's a straight up fight, no alliances or anything like that. It's just yeah, a battle to the death between these two factions. And it's quite a good setting as well. We are in the desert, you know, sort of in like that runic part of the world where the Eastlings do love to live. And yeah, we do have Gondor Sword Infantry moving up with a ram. It looks like they're going to get ready to try and just batter through this gate. And there's some Clan Axemen and stuff waiting for them. There's a lot of Clan Axemen in this one, so we're going to see how good they are and how well they do. Again, the Lancers over here putting some pretty devastating charges into these Gondor Sword Infantry and Militia. This is just not what you need as a Gondor player, just to be sacrificing sword units. Just get up some pikes or some spears, bring up some of those, and just scare off the cav pretty quickly. Also, your archers are pretty good. Instead of keep chasing them with the swords, because all the swords are going to do is just get killed by the cav. They're just going to keep cycle charging you. To be fair though, they're going to get the jump on the Lancers this time, and to be honest, this might be the death of the Lancers now. But they'll have got like 200 kills, I imagine. We'll have a look at the end. Have they got any more cav? I don't know if they will have brought any more. Oh, they got Bane in the steps back here, so they have got at least one more general that's a cav unit. Yeah, there you go. The cav's gone. There's 2 wards of the Rune generals. Probably a better choice of general for this battle, but you know what? An extra unit of cav could be huge. You never know. Yeah, these wards of Rune, which the other 2 generals have brought as their bodyguards, pretty damn brutal units. They are very, very elite. And yeah, I mean, some OG factions here, really. I mean, these 2 have been like around for ages, and I haven't really had any work done on them recently. No, that's a bad thing. I think they're both pretty perfected. So, but yeah, the Lokirim Halberdiers over here already losing. This is a huge loss here, actually, for these things. Already throwing in halberds really early on, and they got focused down here by Gondor archers. Now we've got Lokirim Macemen going in against the Gondor swords. I remember the days when the Lokirim Macemen used to just absolutely annihilate Gondor swords because they had like armor piercing maces. And then I think they nerfed that. They stopped that because Gondor just got screwed over so easily. I think now they're a bit more evenly matched. But I can't imagine these Lokirim are going to beat 3 units of Gondor swords. They are all battered, in fairness. If the Eastlings decided to bring up reinforcements, I think they could do some damage here. We're going to see Lokium archers move up, maybe to shoot these guys in the back. There's also another maceman coming forward. And it looks like also in the gate, Javi's going off here. Look at this. Oh my, is this all Javis that killed these guys? My gosh, the Gondor sword just got evaporated. Yeah, I think that's all Javis that just did this. These clan axemen here absolutely annihilating these guys. They need to hold fire. But there you go. Look at those brave Gondorians running for their lives. And they actually rallied. 17 of them, they rallied. I'm surprised. But yeah, both sides got some pretty nasty units. I gotta remember now that polearms are fountain guard, because I was like, oh, they got lots of Prince's Coast Guard here, but no, they've actually got fountain guard because they're now a polearm unit. So they haven't got as long a pike as they used to, which is kind of a shame. But there you go. So yeah, we've got plenty of fountain guard here. I don't even know if any Prince's Coast Guard will be brought, but yeah, lots of fountain guard. We've also got an onager over here, which has made a breach in the wall, and we have got a fight going on over here now. Clan axemen again jabbing here. It's a bit scummy that they javvy while in combat. I don't really like that. I'll admit. I think that's a bad thing. Once they're in combat, they shouldn't be able to javvy. Because look at this. They're evaporating these Gondorians. Yeah, these poor Gondorians getting focused down. It's the same over on this side as well. Yeah, that's just like 2 Gondor units gone. And yeah, I'm sure they've got plenty more of those clan axemen with Javis as well. Yeah, more of them already shifting up in this direction. We've got Gondor as well coming over the wall here. Gondor needs to make sure they come over in numbers, and they need to bring up archers to support their fights, because it can make the combats much, much easier. You've just seen the power of missiles already there with Javis. Archers can do just as much damage to units, especially things like this unit here, like the Beriag Warrior. We're now seeing Ringlow Vale Men at Arms also get onto the wall, which is good to see more infantry getting up there supporting. But yeah, you need to send up your like all of this. Just get it up there now, get it in the face of the Eastlings. And yeah, I mean, they're getting archers over onto this side. This is like, they're doing well on this side. They're killing off the low-key rim, or at least some of them. Gondor over here as well, battling away. But yes, if you're enjoying Dawnless Days and generally the Lord of the Rings action and would like to see some more, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show your support. It really does help out the channel. And if you've got any epic Dawnless Days replays you want to send in, then feel free to send them in to my Discord. The link for that is in the description, as always. Go and check that out. Or if you want to just get involved in some Dawnless Days battles, we do plenty of them on the Discord as well. Open to new and veteran players. These Lokium Macemen, they're dying, to be honest, pretty easily to these archers. But the archers are nearly out of ammo. So that's going to be one secret weapon of Gondor gone. They have got these Warriors of Loznark here. Just getting them focused down. Just get them away from the towers. Don't let archer towers shoot at you if you don't have to. Like, they're already like broken enough. They don't need easy kills. Gondor over here is getting kind of sandwiched, which is okay if he gets archers up, because if he gets archers up onto this wall now, he can then just focus these like polearms down into shock infantry. Just hold them at bay with swords. It's fine. Looks like this Gondor army over here didn't bring any siege equipment either, so it's just one single breach point they've got to go through, which just makes this horrendous. Gondor has sort of engaged these clan axemen pretty easily here. Whether they're going to start jabbing again, yeah, it looks like they're already throwing jabbies again, so that might just change the outcome of this fight pretty easily. But the clan axemen are levy infantry. They're not good in melee, so it's why they need those jabbies to try and get out of there. Like, yeah, they've broken already, but there'll be plenty more of them to come. They're cheap. You can bring more of them. Oh, jeez. This is a unit that's been... That's horrendous. So, there's a Variag warrior that's been focused down to a man here. Just been shot where they stood. That's brutal. And they're doing the same there as well. So, really nicely done by Gondor there. I mean, they've got Gondor archers being focused down here, though, but from somewhere. But they are killing this Variag warrior so easily. This triple bronze chevron. Jeez, that's a big loss there. And they're going to lose this clan axeman as well, by the looks of it. Are the Eastlings. Looks like they maybe just given up this this wall. Maybe they're going to allow Gondor in. I mean, I don't blame them. I would let them in, and I would also stop them in this choke point here, where these Variags are getting focused down. My gosh, what a waste. Block off the choke point here, and then archers on the wall can focus down, and you can stop armies in these choke points. It's actually brutal. It really, really is. It's why I don't really like playing on Duath here, because these walls are just horrendous, and you can see The defenders doing exactly that. They're lining these walls with like archers, and it's just going to change the battle in favor of them as you get closer towards these walls. Why I tried to... if I was to play with this map a bit more, I'd have to set rules. You'd have to have like so many units can retreat to the final cap point, or like so many archers can. Because it does make it pretty broken otherwise. Whether the... I don't know if the devs will ever go back to like redoing Duathe, but I'd maybe make the city a bit bigger. I know it's already pretty big. It's a pretty big city. Or whether you could... I don't know, maybe make the streets a little further away from the walls, or more routes, so you don't have to go right next to the walls to fight. I don't know. It's a tough one to balance, to be fair. But the idea is, I guess, is like city strongholds are supposed to be pretty damn like hard to take. That is the idea. Like citadels are supposed to be hard to take. It's the whole point of a defense. I just think this one can be quite easily cheesed. The Gondor down here, they're fighting on hard. I think, I don't know, Lakery men have the advantage over these guys. Don't know if they're getting shot at all. Don't know, these Lakery archers might be shooting at the Gondorians. I really don't know which unit they're shooting at. It looks like Lakery do have the advantage still over Gondorian swords at the moment. Yeah, they're shooting into that unit down there, which is losing. Apparently they're fighting each other. Not really. These units are stuck here while they're routing. That's not a good sign. They might just get in the way of each other. Clan Axeman here. A tiny little unit that's going to keep jabbing into the back of these Gondorian swords. Here, yeah, the Clan Axe is now moving up. And Gondor's just going to charge on in. And they're going to take a hail of jabbies as they go in. It's one of the problems fighting this unit. You just get javied to death, and you're getting rear charged as well by Loki, rear Maceman. So it's equally a bit of a Gondor sandwich here. And I won't want to be the filling. And that Gondor unit is probably dead. Yeah, and as you can see, they actually haven't defended where I would have recommended. They've kind of gone a little too far forward. You've got to defend sort of between these two buildings here. Just get the proper archer support. Also, the archers aren't even firing anyway. There's a lot of Gondorian troops here trying to force their way through. This Clan Axeman, yep, is already on the retreat. Gondor is just going to flood through. And they're going into the Maceman now. You need to be careful they don't pull through, though. Because that will cost them a lot of Gondorians. And this is not a good idea, though, by the Gondor player. He is seriously blobbing up. I mean, there's four units in there, maybe 5? Let's actually count them. 4 units, yeah. That's a serious amount of blobbing that could potentially happen. And I mean, there you go, Clan Axeman taking advantage of it. They're just going to javvy into the side of these guys. They won't kill all of them. They'll kill a few, though. Or are they jabbing the archers? I really don't know what they're firing at. I think they might be jabbing the archers. Okay, now they're turning to firing at the Gondor soldiers here. Losing decisively. And here we go. We've got a shock infantry now going in against Gondor down here. Gondor needs to get his archers into a position where he can actually like get some flanking shots. Like, get them back outside the walls. And you can shoot into the side of all these wards of Rune and Variag warriors. And you can just turn that fight in favor of you quite easily. See, you can stop a shock infantry charge in its tracks instantly with a couple of volleys of archer fire. They're pretty damn devastating. Let's turn it around. Let's get the slightly nicer view. Yeah, it's a little nicer. In the sunlight. Looking glorious. Let's see how the rest of the siege is going. Gondor has been pushed out of this whole area over on this far right hand side over here. Center looks like he's now putting some more probing attacks forward over here at Gondor. And we've got archers as well pushing up. I don't know what they're firing at. Or what they have been firing at. They need to be shooting things that are vulnerable, like wards of Rune, pole arms. They need to save that. Oh god, there's a lot of blobbing going on down here by Gondor. He's trying to break out of this the stairway. These Warlords of Ruin are coming in. They will probably have a good time there. Gondor, though, seems like he is landing a lot of troops over here. A lot of troops landing here, and it looks like... I mean, a fair few of them are battered, though. Whether that's from the cav charges, because most of these are Ringlow Vale. There's a fair few dead up here on this wall. Looks like quite a lot of Ringlow Vale, though. So, I mean, they are looking like they're going to make some progress. Pole arms are protecting the rear here of the Warlords of Ruin. So they're doing okay. Gondor. They are looking like they're going to encircle some pretty highly prized troops here from the Easterlings, but they haven't got the right equipment here for taking out these pole arms, but like that. They need archers or they need their own pole arms, like Vanguard. Get them in here. Vanguard especially, they can clear out these guys. And I imagine that's what all those archers on the walls are waiting for. They're waiting for the Vanguard to come in so they can focus those down. And end, like, Gondor's dreams of breaking through. But we'll see. We'll see. Balance power right now is way in favour of Gondor. It's 4,000 versus 4,700. They've got a 700 man advantage. What did they start with, actually? About 1,000 man advantage. So, like, they've closed the gap a little bit. Have the Easterlings. Oh, Vanguard are in here now. Oh boy, here we go. And I think that's why everything's shifting this way to try and break out this way. Oh, because these things are also surrounding Gondor. There was a counter encirclement on the encirclement. These things, they look like they were about to just... These things did look like they were about to just charge into the Vanguard. That would definitely not be a healthy idea. Yeah, but the Vanguard are getting shot at now by Variag Bowman all the way over there. Gondor is smartly retreating now because there is Locrium Halberdiers here. He does need to retreat. He's running out of ammo though, which is a main problem. He's nearly run out of ammo entirely. What he could do is try and get more troops onto the wall, the Gondor players, and then get behind these guys again, try another re-encirclement. And like I said, they also need to get more archers up, try and get them into the fight. They've nearly used all their ammo up already. Oh gosh, they've really wasted their ammo, in my opinion. They've still got pole arms over here in choke points that they've got to try and break through. In their defense, they can try and use their fountain guard, but the thing is as well, the archers up here can just focus them down. Also, they have the resupply barrels, which is another reason why I hate using this map, because everyone puts their resupply barrels up here, and you have about 5 resupply barrels. Well, not 5 because you can't have a 5v5, but you have 4 resupply barrels up here, and they all resupply the archers, and then it's just a constant barrage of arrows. It's not a fun map to really play on. Why I would like enforce a bunch of rules, but yeah, fountain guard are dying pretty quickly. Actually, I think that's a mix of archers and pole arms working together here, killing these fountain guard off. But it seems like both sides are going to go down, losing their archers. But that's more of a loss for Gondor than it is for the Loki Rim. Gondor, like, has very expensive pole arms. The Loki Rim ones are fairly expensive. They're like 1,000, but they're not nearly as good. These are elite. These are just, like, trained. And they've still got plenty of ammo as well to take out all the other ones. Again, another assault over here from Gondor. Seems like it's been cleared out. It's very isolated, like a 1 unit. I don't know what they're expecting to achieve. Like, at this point, they need to get... And there's infantry surrounding these Warlords Room, which is good at least, but again, the Clan Axemen coming in. Oh, jeez. The volleys into the side of these Gondorians is pretty brutal. You just see the blood spurts going up. There you go, another volley goes in. Kills a few Eastlings, but it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. There you go, the Clan Axeman. But yeah, like I was saying, Gondor really needs to get archers onto the wall earlier and just shoot down. Gondor has got units in behind here though, and he's actually caught a Variag Bowman, and it looks like a polearm unit just going to pull one through. Shouldn't really be doing that, and he's going to lose a lot of men, I think, for that. Very naughty, really, from the Eastern player pulling through. Maybe he didn't realize it because he might be microing elsewhere, but still, not good. Just got to accept that you might have to try and battle your way through to get to safety. Or just accept that you lose the polearm. Like, it's a good move by Gondor. It's just, he caught out a bunch of troops. Yeah, those halberdiers really shouldn't have broken through, but hey-ho. And now it looks like these things are going to retreat. The rest of these guys, I mean, not a bad idea, but I don't know. I feel like they're still like in a pretty good position. Gondor, they really bruised up in this first assault. I mean, there's 600 man difference, 3,400 against 4,000 Gondorians. Ward's Rune here could get caught out as well. Good to see these. I thought you might. Oh, Gondor. Gondor's pulled through as well. Gondor, why? You had these guys caught. Why did you do that? Also, I thought the Easting player was going to maybe put his halberds back in because he realized he pulled through. That would have been a very honourable thing to do, you know. Like, I shouldn't have really got this unit through, so I'm going to send it in and it can go and fight and get caught. These Ward's Rune, though, yeah, they're dying. A lot of expensive units, to be fair, that the Eastlings are throwing in. These Clan Axemen trying to make themselves useful instead of retreating. They're still fighting, like, bitterly at this wall over here. I mean, this is... They've routed a Gondor sword down here, but... Yeah, there's still a lot that they've got to kill in this breach point here. Fight on, men of Gondor! For the White Tree and the Steward! Oh, they got some ammo. Oh, thank gosh, they got some ammo of Gondor. I thought they'd gone through literally every bit of ammunition. I'm so glad to see they've got 2 units with... I think that was about a third of their ammunition left. Looks like they are going to catch a couple of these units here, which is good. Gondor should also try and... Well, he is now. He's flanking these Clan Axemen, killing them. Good. But they need to try and get behind this defense here. Just stand your ground. Stand your ground so they can't retreat here. I mean, they might just shoot you, so stand your ground with maybe something weak or something. I don't know. It's a tough decision. It's a really, really tough decision because if you just stand here and don't fight, you get shot at by the walls. And in this case, people on the ramp as well. But if they go in, they're just going to be charging up polearms. Equally not healthy. Gondor, though, has broken out of his little pocket by the stairway here. They've kind of broken out a little bit. More flanking going on now from Gondor as well. They're really flooding in these troops here. Like, there's been a lot of blobbing going on. Variag Bowmen. They're okay in combat. They're kind of like one of the few hybrid units that are in Dawnless days. Sword and shield is reasonably good. They can take on Gondorians if they're battered up, that's for sure. I feel like they used to be better, the Variags. I feel like they might have had a nerf, but I'm not sure. Gondor's troops in that pocket starting to waver, though. And this is good from Gondor, though. He is surrounding Clan Axemen. He's also surrounding wards, rumors of silver chevrons. We have polearms that are pushing down here, and it looks like they actually took the offensive here against the Gondor. Macemen here going in. And they're flattening those Gondor swordsmen. But we have a general here. Citadel Guard pushing up where we lost 5 men. Pretty bloodied up. He needs to be careful. He looks like he's going to go for a rear charge on something. And that is just going to invite archer volley after archer volley. Yep, already losing troops. But he's going to get a good rear charge onto these halberds. Which is a win for Gondor. And in they go. But the thing is, he now needs to have someone protecting his own general. Because he could be countercharged. And it could just turn into a bit of a sandwich mess over here. I mean, he's already losing a lot of troops as well. 88 he's down to, and he's losing more as they just shoot their way, try and shoot their way out. That halberd needs to be careful. It is nearly pulling through to get out, and I personally feel like it might have. Yeah, that unit's gone. He's punished for trying to pull that through, and that general now needs to just get out of there, which he basically can. To be honest, it's a risky move with this general, but it sort of looks like it might have paid off. They've still got archers and stuff. They could definitely try and just outflank units with the archers. Would be also a good use. And then he wouldn't have to, and then they can I don't think the enemy would shoot at the archers. If they were shooting at archers without ammo, they're wasting their ammo. They're pulling it. They're like playing into Gondor's hand. Citadel guards here, if they just face that way, shield wall, they should be okay. They've got good missile block. Gondor's actually losing in this pocket now. These fresh reserves need to get in here. The troops are fighting, fighting at the stairway.
They're not done yet.
They're nearly dead. Looks like the Variags. Oh, I think they're just readjusting. We've got clan guards coming up. They're a pretty solid unit. They're kind of like almost like a Pavi shield. Big shield. Good missile block. They've not got the greatest of stats for melee attack. And they used to be. I feel like they used to be better. They definitely got like their stats altered. And I was like, well, they actually aren't that great anyway. I can't remember what it was that they got changed so long ago. But it did actually kind of like... It was a surprise when it happened. So like, no one brings them. So it's not the end of the world. Also, they're not that great anyway. They get... As a spear unit, you are very vulnerable to quite a lot of other units. Including shock infantry being the main one, really. I think maybe it's just because the clan guards... maybe it was a missile block, I think. They just blocked almost everything. Which, to be honest, who cares? The Iron Guard do that anyway. Gondor fighting in these streets here. It's been brutal. Literally every inch Gondor has had to pay for in blood. Gondor's probably like, where is Rohan? Where is Rohan? When the Easterlings attacked us. A dream team not working together. I mean, they could have done with Rohan earlier. A general is dead. Oh, that's the the Citadel Guard general here has died. Did he just push forward? Oh, he pushed forward and I think he got jabbed to death by Clan Axeman. Which, of course, again, is just... They're just proving how good they are and how effective they are. And possibly slightly broken. Like I said, I don't think you should be able to fire while in melee. A cav charge going in here. It's going to just wipe out these archers. They're pretty decent. They are like very heavy archers, but it doesn't matter. Sitting in more and more archers now. I don't know whether they can slow these Bane of the Steppes down, to be honest. Slice them and dice them, boys. Your big axes. Yeah, look at this wavering. I think this is also not going to be helped as well by the loss of that general. I think he was the general on this left flank here. Because they all did bring Citadel Guard generals. But it looks like, Eastlings aren't bothered going to defend the top here. They're just going to bring everything down. They think they can defeat Gondor at this first wall here. And they might be able to. It's now 2,500 for the attackers. Oh, sorry, for the defenders. 2,400 for the attackers. So, actually, the defenders have taken the lead now. Sorry, I don't know. I might have said the attackers. I don't know. The defenders have taken the lead. If I said that the first time, that's okay. But for some reason in my mind, I feel like I got that wrong. I managed to get attackers and defenders mixed up for some reason. I guess it's just I'm always used to being used to seeing Gondor on the defense and Evil on the attack. The roles have been reversed. It doesn't seem right. Oh no! Gondor, get your Founding Guard in here somewhere. You need, or get them back. You've got to do one or the other. But yeah, these guys are going to get focused down if they don't move them. They are moving the Founding Guard round. Where they're going to bring them in through the... looks like they're going to bring them in through this breach point here. We've got archers on the wall here already firing. Loki Rim probably should be firing into the side. Oh, have they been shooting this Founding Guard? They might have been shooting this Founding Guard. Yeah, look at that. I think this Founding Guard's just been running along here, mining. I don't know. These seem like basic Gondor soldiers. That might have been a rallied Founding Guard. I'm not really sure. Oh, they're certainly shooting this one now. And this is the problem when you on Duathy, you got to run this gauntlet of archers just up here. It's just a bit. It's very frustrating. As a defender, you just see this amazing defense that you can use. It doesn't require skill really. And I'm guilty of using it. Don't worry. It's one of those maps that is great for like a 4v3 or even a 4v2 probably. even sort of sides, like 3v3, not so much. But it's still been pretty fun. I mean, it's good to see these things haven't decided to retreat to their unbreakable defense. They've actually decided to just carry on fighting down here. Does make for a fairer fight. But I wonder whether they've always just decided to carry on fighting down here because they think or just knew that they could win it. A lot of units they're still losing down here. Whether that's got something to do with the archers firing in and having their influence on the battle. But again, they're shooting these like archers, and I mean these spears as well. They don't need to be killed. Shoot that polearm units back there waiting patiently. That's what I'd be killing. Jeez, Bane of the Steppes still in here, harassing Gondor swords that have just arrived. There's still a lot of fresh infantry still arriving on the field, to be honest. Gondor swords arriving, got more Founding Guard on the way. I certainly would not be having these Founding Guard march all the way around there because it's just getting shot up. I mean, this one's already getting focused down as well. It just needs to get in there against the clan guards, do some work before that next Locurum gets set up and just starts machine gunning this polearm unit down. This is what's going to happen. Gondor swords again. Another choke point. Another Maceman versus Gondor sword. I mean, it is the mainline infantry for both sides. I'd rather, to be honest, the Gondor swords would probably prefer to face the Macemen than those Clan Axemen, because the Clan Axemen just jabby them to death. I mean, I think the Clan Axemen are nearly out of ammo. Oh, and we got they actually made an assault through the gate again. Founding Guard here, going through. There you go, the Founding Guard doing their bit. I mean, they could, if they wanted to, just like bring in their forces and try and flank around and go up this way, because Eastlings, I mean, if they just sent one unit, they could get up here and actually threaten to take the cap point. Eastlings are fully committed down here, and this is possibly why Gondor needed just the one cav unit would do. Just one cav unit. All they need. These Founding Guard here, they're going to have to take on Macemen. Again, they might be able to win that one, but who knows. Halberdiers down here influencing these Gondor swords. They just keep getting flooded in down here. It's not working for them. Stop sending men down here to die, Gondor. It's not worth it. Oh, we've now got Founding Guard joining down. Oh no, definitely do not want Founding Guard joining down here. They can't form up properly. But it seems like they're just going to go in anyway. This is a catastrophic, is what I meant to say. I don't know what I was going to say. Catastrophic? I don't know. A catastrophic idea. I lost a couple. I mean, they actually are breaking these guys. They might be able to form up the Founding Guard, but I don't know. Also Halberdiers here losing. Maybe Gondor's going to win that fight. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've just lost my mojo on actually what is good and what's a bad idea. I know what's still a bad idea is to assault anywhere down here because you are not doing well, Gondor. You are winning apparently with your polearms, but it costs you a polearm unit to get to that stage. We have got Citadel Guards over here again. It's spears versus like shock infantry. They're going to lose. They're also getting shot at in the side by archers. Yeah, it's not a good idea. Bane of the Steppes. I thought maybe they were going to go for a charge, but they are retreating. And they're sending this polearm unit closer to the walls. Really, they should have it come this way around, and then it could either flank. And you could flank all these units over here, which is what they should do. Same with, or deal with this halberd here. That's still actually a problem. And Gondor really needs to get in what remains of his army. He does have a fighting chance of both at about 1,000 men left. And that's even for these two sides. They are both like men factions at the end of the day. They're both pretty solid. And it's not like one's orcs and one's like dwarves and or elves. They're both good.
The enemy have rallied their units.
Yeah, in go more Gondor swords here. You got the pole arm defending the rear. I guess they're that worried of a rear charge from the Bane of the Steppes. And this is what one cav unit can now do or offer. Gondor archers with a bit of ammo left. I'd shoot this general while you can. They've got archers flooding in here right now, trying to hold this gate. As long as Gondor doesn't send in any of his archers with ammo into combat, he's okay. And he doesn't need to keep pulling his archers out of combat as well. If he's doing that, just leave them there. Oh, good to see you've been shooting that general, though. He did take on my advice. Did shoot that general as he, from the other side of the wall. Very, very nice. Oh, jeez. This Fountain Guard was healthy like 5 seconds ago. It's already, like, nearly dead. This is what happens. Another Fountain Guard over here. Also just getting butchered. Shot in the back as well. It's like they're not learning. Like, just keep the Fountain Guard away from this wall. It's not healthy. And there you go, that Fountain Guard there. It looks like it's going to be killed off. 38 men left. Wards Rune here. They shouldn't really, by any right, be winning this fight, but they are. And, I mean, you've got Variag Bowman over here about to execute these Fountain Guard. It's pretty brutal. I guess Gondor's last hope is kind of, I mean, it's not really. Yeah, maybe. Gondor's last hope maybe to make a breakthrough here up this road and then just charge up through the swords and in. I mean, they've got a lot of archers over here. Whether they're going to be able to really do anything practical, I don't think so, but we'll see. We've got spears in there as well, and there's a tiny little polearm unit, but yeah, they're going to need to break through here ASAP and then go straight up this road. And then put the halberds as a reserve to sort of just block the route, and then have the and then just engage the archers in melee. That's what I'd do. But here we go, Gondor's through. He's gonna have to block off a route. Yeah, it looks like Loki and Maceman here already look like they're going to cause some issues. And instead, Gondor, instead of running up that road and dealing with these archers over here, he's going to just try and chase down these other units. I mean, I guess he could surround these guys and unlock a lot more units here. Does give himself a chance. It's 1,300 for the Easterlings and then 1,100 for the attackers. That is Gondor. Still close. In comes some Variag Bowman just coming into the backs of these Gondorians. Trying to flank those Founding Guard, I think, as much as possible. Oh, don't pull through. Don't pull through, Eastlings. You'll lose a lot of men for that, and also it's just cheesy. So the Founding Guard going to pull out of combat, maybe rest up a bit. They are winded, so they're not too bad. Or maybe just protect their rear so they just don't get rear charged. Again, and it's Bane of the Steppes. As soon as they appear, they make that move to Gondor. We have archer units over here. These guys need to flank around, really. Just get around the back, and then maybe they can flank these macemen and stuff, but that's a big ask. Allies general has fallen. That is not a good sign there. So that wall of rune there has in fact fallen to a Citadel Guard. That is pretty damn brutal. And it looks like we're about to see a rear charge here as well from the Bane of the Steppes. He's going to actually avenge the loss of that general and go in there and swamp him. And that should be the end of that Citadel Guard. It's starting to waver and break. There is still a general alive. He's actually dueling with the other Wards of Rune general. And he's going to retreat from that one. Maybe because he thinks it's a spear, he can maybe inflict enough damage on that general over there. I don't know. The command unit. Oh jeez, pretty brutal charge there from the Bane of the Steppes into the back of this general. I don't know which army he commands, but I don't know if he has an army left. Whether any of these troops over here are his. But yeah, that is not a healthy Citadel Guard general now. 25 men left. Just being run over by cavalry. And that might be it, yeah, broken easily like that. They got Gondor rear charge here. Going into the back of these Eastlings here, these Variags. They can rout these guys. That'll be a win. There's like 2 units on here. It's a decent haul, but it looks like these pole arms are losing. The Vanguard, yeah, not having a good time either. And it's 1100 versus 700 now. Gondor now sub 1,000 men. They still do look epic, even though they're a pole arm unit now. I will admit. They still do look epic with the Founding Guard. A rear charge there from the Bane of the Steppes that's also doing a lot of damage, and that is the big difference now at this point in the game. That one cav unit that I did say right at the start, I said one cav unit after they lost that Variag one could make the difference, and it looks like it's certainly killing off very key units right now. Because Gondor's sword threatening to flank all these troops here is being dealt with. I mean, once the general kills this unit, he could rear charge these pole arms if he wanted to. Looks like there might be a bit of a fight going on over here as well. But Gondor does not look like he's having a good time. There you go, they're breaking, and it looks like we're going to see a mass rout actually here as well. Looks like, well, certainly this Gondor army is mass routing. I don't know who's, I guess this commander here, this Citadel Guard here, which is healthy, is going to hold the other ones. But they're also on a mass rout as well. I mean, what are they mass routing at? 300? Yeah, not awful. And I guess maybe also fire arrows and stuff come into effect. But there you go, a Pyrrhic victory for the Eastlings. They had just about 1,000 men left. It was a pretty close one in the end. But yeah, it's a tough one to assault as Dwath here, and the defenders did a good job. I mean, Bulk was the one that sent this one in, and he has got a new love at the moment for these clan axemen. He's got a very good strategy for them. I think personally still a little broken with those Javies potentially, but the kills don't suggest they're broken. 99, the best of the bunch. His general though did get 323 kills, which is very good. His clan guards 80 kills, polearms, yeah, nothing insane. His Locrium archers getting 127, 167, and his Variag bowman 290, and his Lancer did get 212 kills, very good. Then we have Colin Fritz playing as the second Eastling army, 252 kills with his Variag warrior here, very nice done. But these two just getting focused down, oh, it was painful to see. He's got his Wards of Rune here, 216 kills, very nice for them. 318 kills for this Maceman, my gosh, that unit butchered Gondor. 289 kills for this Halberdier here. 247 with the Locrium archers, 172 with another one. Then we have Winter's Might playing as the final Eastling army. He actually got even better kills with this clan axeman. 140, 146 with his clan axeman. 125 with his general. And then 116 with his Locrium maceman. 183 with another one here. 289 with another one. And then his archers getting 256, and then his Variag bowman getting 197. Then we have Maidham I'm not even going to try and say the rest of it. Maidham, playing as the first Gondor army. 130 kills with his Gondor sword infantry is not bad at all. He's got an archer. His archers did quite well. 100 kills, 132, 158. But yeah, nothing else. He just spammed out these Gondor swords. They got butchered, to be honest, and so did his pole arms. Cool Billy playing as the second Gondor army. 197 kills with his Gondor sword infantry. 125 with another one here. 136 with the Fountain Guard is not awful. And 251 kills with the Gondor archers. Very good. 258 with another one here. Actually, his archers did really well. 224, 282. Did well. Then Death for You and Me, playing as the final Gondor army. 103 kills with his Citadel Guards. 162 with his Gondor Sword Infantry. 222 is the best of the bunch I've seen so far for all three armies. And he's got another one here with 208. Then his archers getting 181 kills. I think is the best of the four. And then his polearms, yeah, just a mere 80 kills. A bit of a rough day for Fountain Guard today. That is for sure. But yeah, there you go, guys. That is the Dawnless Days siege battle. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.